This NFL Picks Week 6 edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog's hooking up new customers. Play just $5 and get $100 in bonus funds when you sign up with the code SGPN.
Hey everybody, Joe Theismann here. You're listening to SGPN. So do this, let it ride.
Welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, stacking the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
I'm just hearing ghosts in the machine, Sean.
Really?
Been too much time alone with the machine today. Been hearing ghosts.
It's you.
It sounds normal to you?
Yes,
okay.
Everything sounds normal to me.
Must just be me.
It's a personal problem.
Definitely a personal problem.
Getting ready, NFL Week 6. It occurred to me, Ryan. There's only so many NFL Sundays we have with the giant full slate. Even though there are, what do we have? A couple buys. Nothing too crazy. Only
buys.
2 teams. Yes, so
we
that's
have
nice.
we have a 7. We have we have a game obviously in London, so we have a 6:30 Pacific time
double
kick.
Monday night.
But then we also have 7 early, 3 late. So. Not that you're ever gonna punt on watching football, but if you were ever gonna maybe do something with the wife during the 3-game afternoon slate.
Oh, that is a horrible idea. What are you talking about? I mean, maybe if you only have Titans Raiders, but 49ers Bucks is a great game. I guess Cincinnati and
okay, as you're looking, you're slowly agreeing with
Bengals
me.
Packers isn't although that's kind of interesting now that we got Joe Flacco, rare in-season trade, and off the top of my head, I cannot recall a time that they've traded for a quarterback in season and that quarterback started the same week. Wasn't able to research it at all, but Ryan, do you remember off the top of your head any times that's happened?
It's definitely happened because I recall us talking about it before.
Okay.
I do not have. I would love to know the answer to the riddle, but I did do a little bit of. I mean, this is only just the fact that it was in division has only happened a couple times, and then I was also thinking, how often has a starting caliber quarterback been traded for in season? When's the last time we had someone traded at the quarterback position start week 1 on their new team?
Yeah,
in season.
That's what I was getting at. Like, it's pretty rare.
Certainly. Now, your Eagles were one of the in-division quarterback trades with Donovan McNabb.
Yeah, but that wasn't during the season.
Wasn't during the season. No.
And the Redskins were hilarious. I mean, the fact that we were willing to trade Donovan McNabb. That should have been the red flag.
So the logic then was, if you're willing to trade this dude in division, he don't got it.
Yes.
Is that the same we're applying to Joe Flacco?
I think the Browns realized, hey, this isn't about Joe Flacco making a little bit of a run here. This is about seeing what we got with our new quarterbacks, our young quarterbacks, and Dylan Gabriel,
Bailey Zappi,
Shador.
Well, it sounds like he's still not going to be active. And now I've seen the shift. Now there's people on the internet saying the best thing for Shador, stay the 3rd string quarterback. This team's a dumpster fire.
Kyle, Vikings fan Kyle, with a good point there. Baker was, I think, one of those guys that got traded. Remember, it was even on maybe like a short week where he got traded to the Rams, had barely any time to prepare, and then went out and had that drive. I think it was a Thursday night and ended up a game-winning drive, kind of single-handedly revitalized his career. So yeah, I think that was a quick turnaround start, same week trade, if I recall, but or if Kyle recalls. Good eye, Kyle. Because
was it the same week though?
I think it was, yeah, because they were talking about how quickly he learned everything, and it was crazy that he was starting so soon. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the same week.
Yeah, that's this is I really should have asked. I was I got lost working with my new AI assistant, researching things. I'm getting. I will say, Sean, I've gotten pretty close to dialed in on injuries. I had AI compile a full list of injuries after I had already done my prep.
Yes.
Did a pretty good job.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like I see what AI does and I go, oh, this looks pretty good, and then I actually check it and half the shit's wrong still.
Yes. Always the problem, right? That's why I did the work first and then ran it to see how it looked. And I think the key is, again, you want to give it very specific parameters and very specific places for sourcing. The second you let it go anywhere, it's like pulling shit from a game in 2021 where you're like, what does this even mean?
Yeah.
Like I started Unbound and it was telling me Daniel Jones was a full go this week for the Giants. So it's like, okay, we got to go back to the drawing board here.
Brad, a lot of people are talking about Bradford in the chat. Yeah, that was close. That was like a couple weeks before opening day.
Baker was not traded because he was claimed off of waivers.
Oh, okay. So slight, but
he
close.
was claimed on a Tuesday and he started on a Thursday.
That's even crazier. Wow. So it was the same week. It technically was not a trade. Now
well, it was because the Wolf of Wolford got hurt, I believe.
Yeah. What happened?
But he came in and won the game, which is why. I mean, the degree of difficulty to do that in the NFL.
Remember, I mean, there was a time this is how wild quarterback stuff changes, and we've seen a revitalization of previously seemingly washed quarterbacks, whether it's Sam Darnold, your boy Danny Dimes having a nice run. Baker is the great example. I mean, I think, you're looking at the odds, Josh Allen's still the favorite. I kind of get why he had the lowest odds to start. It's hard to knock him off, but I mean, you could make a great case for Baker Mayfield MVP right now. And it's crazy to think.
Who's ahead of him?
What's up?
Who's ahead of Baker?
Josh Allen.
Is he?
Oh, yes.
No, I'm saying like if you're making the list. Like
that's what I just said.
But the
Baker would be my number one.
Like I know the market is saying that Josh is number one.
Yes,
but that's including like future projection. I'm just saying if you had people vote on it right now.
Yes, if you had to have people vote on the MVP, I kind of feel like
Baker would win it.
You're right. Maybe he would, and maybe they're
just assuming that Josh is going to be.
Well, they assume he's going to be the number one seed. They assume. I mean, their schedule is pretty favorable. When we were doing the preseason stuff, certainly did not have them losing outright to the Pats. In hindsight, Vrabel's a dog. He's right up there with Tomlin. I'm pissed. I'm kicking myself because I was close to getting to that side. Ultimately settled for the Bills and being at home and everything they do there. The Bills defense though, it's a little tricky. While we were talking there, I had AI compile a list of quarterback trades that might meet this. None of them. That every other scenario we can find is pre-week 1. Yeah, no, it's crazy. All right. Let's get to it. Or do you have other stuff you want to get to, Ryan?
No, we can get to we have plenty of time during the games to talk about stuff. That should do.
Do you? I'm watching the YouTube.
I feel like we should a little bit talk about this Jonathan Gannon situation.
Oh, okay.
Because I can't remember
team soft or team not.
I can't remember a time, and I guess it's in line with like everything else in the world now, where you have to be like either you're a 0 or a 1. There's no area to operate in the middle. But I am shocked by how many people are now ex-players, especially if you retired before 2010. 100% chance you're like, what's the big fucking deal?
Yeah.
Like I saw a couple of old timers say the same thing, and I'll use the quote from Carl Banks. That wouldn't have happened on our teams because a player would have taken care of it. Like a veteran player would have handled the business. A coach would have his point was the coach would have never had to been put in that position, because on a real team, some dude's holding that guy accountable. And I think so many people are hyper focused on the fact that there was a little bit of contact made. This is a contact sport. That was not assault.
Yeah.
That was a coach going up like, what the fuck are we doing, man? What are we doing?
I'm really surprised that they fined him. I can't recall.
Well, I understand why they fined him.
Really?
I don't agree with it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he in their eyes, making contact with the player like that was out of line.
Yeah, no,
that's
but
that's what they're saying.
That happens all the time. I mean, when I was playing football, you would be. I mean, the face mask was like a correctional device where you would just get grabbed by the face mask, dragged around. I mean, you're wearing
not
pads.
anymore. As someone who's been in the youth sports streets, I will say all of this is not surprising.
You can't play. I mean,
this is the player entitlement error. This is the NBAification of the NFL.
Yeah.
Players have all the power, even though they don't, right? I mean, the irony is in the NFL, they just cut your ass.
I'm sure we saw it between Kelsey and Reed. I'm sure there's plenty of contact between coaches and players. It just, whatever reason, it got picked up on social media and they felt like they had to step in. But I think you totally neuter the coach there in that situation. And honestly, you make it way worse for the player. Like, the player doesn't want his coach to be fined. He feels horrible about it. He probably the next day was like, yeah, I deserve to get yelled at. Hey, if you bumps me, it's not a big deal. These guys see contact all day. He's probably pissed at the organization, right? Because now if your boss was fined $100,000 for something he did to you, you don't think he's going to hold that a little back in the back of his head personally against DeMercado, besides what he's holding against him for this massive fuck up?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know about that part of it, but I do think that the idea of when you make a mistake that there might be strong, passionate words used to be like, what the fuck was that? That's where I'm shocked at most people. I am absolutely shocked because they're acting like it was a regular football play where a dude made a mistake. That's a dude fumbles in a bad spot. That's hard. It's hard to deal with, but he definitely wasn't trying to fumble. When you're trying to get to your like, look at me moment, it's so much harder to look past that in my mind. And so, yeah, I think
any situation, the coach is entitled to yell at you like that and, bump your chest, hit your pads, that kind of stuff.
Again, I'm surprised by how offensive that is to so many people that cover the sport. I mean, in some ways it's very predictable. A lot of people that are on the fantasy landscape who are just generally like, they lean pussy.
Yeah.
When it comes down to public persona, I would rather lean pussy, and not to say that they are pussies, but they lean that way when it comes to their ideological expression on social media.
Yeah. I think the ownership did the locker room a disservice, because you're supposed to be, as the coach, this isn't a committee. I am the leader. I have 100% of the power. You need to know, it's like the military. There needs to be a power structure. And when the ownership steps in there and it kind of like neuters the coach, I think that sends a bad message to the team.
So I agree, but then I listened to what Calais Campbell had to say today. I listened to what Jonathan Gannon had to say today, and I got like a legitimate sense of like whatever happened in this last 24 hours with the like spill out of emotion, almost like, a sailor coming home from war and finally getting to be with his lady. It was something changed with the relationship in that locker room. And Calais Campbell, I don't take to be a bullshitter. Do you?
No.
He made comments that made me want to think about backing the Cardinals this week, especially if they're running out of backup quarterback. So we'll see. I mostly agree with what you're saying. I just think I'm not surprised that the NFL did some, or like there was action taken.
I was surprised. I couldn't remember a coach being fined. I thought it was
but the NFL has been very like reactionary to public perception as well.
Yeah.
And to me, this was like a baby public lynching. And I mean, it was like a bunch of people on social media got offended because DeMercado got contacted by his coach.
Yeah.
And they wrote letters to the Cardinals by screaming on social media.
Yeah, I think
the NFL and the Cardinals listened.
Yeah, someone who's been in a football locker room. I don't think that's good. Now maybe it ends up bonding them. Like, hey, everyone's against us. We're gonna rally. But also, I think this team has some serious issues to lose that game to this Titans
Oh,
team.
I agree with that.
They're seriously,
well.
they
I'm
have
just
some
saying,
serious issues.
I was fully ready to just be like, you know what? I'm taking my medicine on Arizona and the Colts in the same week, and then I watched the fucking Calais Campbell interview, and it's like, well, god damn it.
I'm trying to avoid the TMZ because the Colts are just such a better team, and I think they're going to fuck up the Cardinals. Kramer, watch it on YouTube.com/sportsgamblingpodcast. Is there any way we can fix the chat comments? They're completely different style, and it's my OCD is through the roof here.
Dude, I don't know what happened. Try them.
Yeah, it's this goofy. Oh, now they're fixed. Did you do something to fix it?
Absolutely nothing. I'm telling you, there's ghosts in the machine today.
Oh, it was some goofy ass, font, and it didn't look like, the ball knowing show we are. Shout out to Dick Puncher checking in. I'm sure he's going to be all over his Packers, but now he's got to go up against Joe Flacco. Kramer, let's talk some games here.
All right, let's. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by like clear errors and mistakes in this my DVOA number, so I'm just gonna hide them.
Great.
Yeah, I know you love them anyway. Thursday night. Well, let me get these beautiful. Well, now I'm a little worried because Colby, of course, ACC Media Day is going on. He's been a little rushed. And so I'm hoping he didn't make too many errors in the slides. He banged them out possibly while driving. We're not sure. Thursday night, Eagles Giants. We're back to the old helmet look. Oh, you can tell he was sloppy. He's got stuff on top of each other. This is ridiculous. Eagles laying 7.5. If you like the Eagles, you can probably find 7s out there. And there's also,
I found the first fuck up.
What does it say?
Giants at Eagles.
Oh my god! How does he screw that up? I mean, I guess I could have double checked them, but
where did these slides come in?
Slack. Colby
sends it to you.
Colby sends me on Slack.
All right, because I never see them until they're on air.
Yeah, you should get involved.
I will. I'll text them right now.
Yeah. Eagles at Giants. Maybe Colby wanted to show us the left side of the Eagles helmet and the right side of the Giants helmet, so he did it this way. Eagles are the first team that we'll talk about that is per DK getting more than 80% of the tickets and the handle. Like I said, you can. This number is between 7 and 8.5 out in the market. We're picking it at 7.5, which is the number I plucked from the circa earlier. Minus 400 on the money line. Giants plus 320. 41 is the total.
Eagles are great as home favorites, but they are not. They're on the road here in spite of the incorrect graphic on our screen. This is a smash spot for the Eagles. Ryan, if you like handicapping via press conferences and podiums, then you would be. I'm assuming you're locking up the Eagles because everything coming out of that building has just been everything you want to hear for a team coming off a loss against a good Denver Broncos team. We own.
What's that?
Oh, just
guys having private meetings, players only meeting.
No, it's not a players only meeting. It's players.
Some players only meeting.
It's players
the
getting
best
together.
Players on the team. No Devonta Smith.
Players getting together, deciding, hey, what can we do to fix things? Ryan,
Devonta Smith's at the junior table.
Yeah, he might be. Iron sharpens iron, and there might be a couple sparks. While the iron is sharpening the iron. I mean, matchup wise, the Giants are the worst team in the NFL at stopping the run. Great opportunity to get Saquon Barkley going, a guy who is going to be super motivated to dominate in this game.
Yeah, he struggled though this year behind that poor offensive line.
Ultimate get right spot against the Giants at MetLife Stadium. Hurts has done a great job, I think, this season, not turning the ball over, hasn't thrown an interception, only one fumble. Jackson Dart is making his third NFL start against a Vic Fangio defense with no legitimate receivers. I think that's going to be a huge uphill battle for the Giants. I think they're going to struggle to move the ball. And I mean, Dable, he's beaten the Giants. He's beaten the Eagles once. That was a weird Tommy DeVito Week 18 game. Tommy DeVito is not coming through that tunnel. or if he is, it's to sell cutlets and not play football there.
No, he's up in New England. He's part of the reason that Drake May is taking this big step
this
forward.
is just I mean, this is if there's any team I want to play off a loss, it's going on the road to New York, where the Giants have struggled both on the at home and on the road. They're not a particularly good football team. They just lost to the Saints. What's the case for the Giants, Ryan? Because obviously I'm all over the Philadelphia Eagles.
The case for the 7.5 point dog in this game is that the Eagles offense hasn't done much this year. Saquon has failed to separate now that his offensive line isn't moving people for him this year. And they've shown at time the inability to throw the forward pass. Pair that with a pass rush that has been getting pressure and not getting home. Perhaps this is the game that happens, as Jalen Hurts has either gotten rid of the ball very quickly or held on to it way too long. We'll see what happens. I'm not as worried about them running the ball, just because I think the issues with the Eagles is more that offensive line. Landon Dickerson's going to be out. And then on the other side, I kind of think the Giants might have a little bit of success running the ball, especially if Jalen Carter ends up missing. What's the status there?
Yeah, he popped up this week on the injury report. He's been dealing with the shoulder throughout the season,
but he wasn't there on the early week report.
Right, that's what I was getting at. He popped up on the injury report with a heel issue. So I think he plays, but I'm sure he won't be 100%. But in general, I think the defensive line and defense in general has played really well. I mean, it's been an awesome year for Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean, and yeah, I think it's going to be the Eagles loading the box, which is going to be create some problems for Cam Scatterbo, and I don't think Jackson Dart's going to be able to throw their way out of it. And I think the Giants are going to turn the ball over. Eagles are going to win the turnover battle and thus win the game and cover the spread.
Yeah, low scoring defensive game. Good point. Take the points.
Yeah, 24-10. Or what did I say on the Thursday night
show? You
already
forgot your prediction?
Yeah. Well, I'm not.
Mine was 23-22.
But you didn't say who you had winning. So you think it's going over, even though it's a low scoring defensive game?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think there's going to be a decent amount.
33-15. I think it goes.
I think the Giants are going to pull out some wacky plays.
Uh-oh.
I think the running game is going to be half successful because it's going to come out of the RPO. They're going to run a lot of college.
Eagles very familiar with the RPO though.
Sure. And I think Jackson Dart's going to use his legs. I think both offenses will look similar. Cordell Flott, the AJ Brown stopper, he's in there now. Hopefully they've shot Deontay Banks to the moon.
And well, I don't know about any potential moon launches between now and tomorrow there, but we talked about on the prop show. Jahan Dotson first touchdown is 55-1. So I'm on that. I'm also on the Dotson anytime at 10-1. I saw Novig has it right around there. Novig promo code SGPN. So get in over there if you like the Jahan Dotson angle to get into the end zone. But yeah, 55-1 officially. Give me the Eagles -7.5 and Kramer on the Giants +7.5 there.
Keep talking. I'm going to fix something real quick.
Okay. Giants, Ryan, it is almost the 10-year anniversary of you guys winning on Thursday night. We just missed it. The last time the Giants won on Thursday night, September 24th, 2015. The Eagles, little other nugget here, have faced the Giants in primetime 11 times dating back to 2009. How many times would you guess that the Giants have won?
2.
0. 11-0. Eagles are straight up 8-3 ATS in those games. And last but not least, since 2019, Giants primetime games at MetLife.
Yes.
Or just in night games, I think, at MetLife. 2-20.
Yeah. I mean, the last time I was at a primetime game at MetLife, I was with you. And McNabb went down 12 times.
McNabb hasn't been on the team in a long time.
Shout out to Osi Umenyiora. Shout out to the Justin Tuck, Matthias Kiwanuka. That was do you remember that we slept in JFK after?
Yeah, that was not a fun trip overall for me.
I mean, why did we think that was going to be a good idea?
Because I don't know, we didn't have a lot of money, and sleeping at the airport for a few hours didn't seem like a bad idea.
Yeah. All right. Yes. Moving along.
The Denver Broncos are playing the New York Jets in London. Broncos 7-point favorites. 43.5 is the total. -370 on the money line. Jets +305. Dog Kramer, what are you doing here?
So someone's got to fill me in on this travel bullshit. So you're telling me these teams were allowed to fly over on Tuesday night and be there for Wednesday practices? Like what are we doing? I don't understand these rules.
Broncos left right after the game.
Or whatever, earlier than that then. Yeah, I mean, whatever.
So your whole thing about the league making them travel in the same day was not correct.
Well, I assume the Jets are over there.
Yes.
I assume they're there at the same time.
No. Broncos left before the Jets.
So where are the, like, what is this bullshit that they fed me on that first?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, you're relying on AI. I don't know.
No, that wasn't from AI. That was an article from NFL.com. It was basically saying teams must travel on anyway. So, I mean, obviously it's an advantage to get over there early, right?
Yeah, well, we've gone over this a million times, but I don't think some teams think it's an advantage. Some don't. Some are like, hey, you wait to the last second. There's advantages to that. Other teams think otherwise. The Broncos, I know, they were living it up after beating the Eagles. They had a team dinner and then they immediately flew out. And I think the Jets flew out on Tuesday or something like that. So
I mean, I saw a practice video from both teams, so that's all that matters.
I'm not
full week of practice.
I'm not factoring in at all on my handicapping. To me, this is pretty simple. The Jets
are in the fade bucket.
The Jets are a horrible, horrible team. They don't have a turnover. They have not gotten a turnover. First team in since 1933 to have 5 games without a turnover. Of course, this other stat.
What year?
1933.
Wow. Okay. The thing.
That's when they started tracking turnovers.
Well, the thing I saw just said in the Super Bowl era.
Yeah.
You went back like 20 years before the first Super Bowl.
Justin Fields 0-26 when the team scores 21 points, and I think this Denver Broncos team can put up 21 points. I was kind of cautiously optimistic about the Jets coming into the season, at least compared to the market. I thought maybe like 7-10. And maybe hanging around because I thought it was a coaching thing on the defense. I still think there's a bunch of talented players on there.
Do you remember when I said that Aaron Glenn seems like the type of coach that wins his first game, they dump the Gatorade and then they lose the rest. And I didn't stand on that.
They didn't even win.
I know, but that basically was the moment.
They hung with the Steelers.
Like they don't seem to be getting better, I guess is the issue. And again, that, like you said,
they seem to be getting worse.
The defense side where you had a horrible situation last year where you saw an elite defense become very mediocre, and somehow you've made that even worse. You've taken this elite defense from the beginning of end of 2 years ago, and now they are completely. I mean, they're on the same level as the Dolphins. They lost to the Dolphins.
Yeah, I don't. And yeah, and that's honestly where I really started to notice the coaching stuff, where it was some completely boneheaded plays and some penalties and just like a high level of sloppiness. And then I go, okay, I'll give them one more shot. They're desperate. They're 0-4. They're at home against this Cowboys team. And Cowboys have a horrible defense. They couldn't get anything going offensively until late in garbage time. Justin Fields did cash the passing yards over. Almost got to 300 yards, but it was all in garbage. It was just all classic garbage time Fields. He was running a little bit there, but man, the only I would maybe talk myself into the Jets if there was if this wasn't in London, because I think in London it's almost hard for the Broncos to look past someone because it's a big trip, it's a big travel. You're on an island.
You're never.
Everyone's going to be watching the game. If this was just at MetLife, I think the Jets might have a chance to cover this 7-point spread, but overseas, the favorites traditionally do really well, especially big favorites. Peyton has already played over in London twice, so he's 2-0 straight up, 2-0 ATS. Small sample size, but at least he's done the trip. He knows what's going on. Bo Nix seems to be dialed in here a little bit. I mean, J.K. Dobbins feels like he's just going to run all over this Jets defense.
They're the Broncos are fairly healthy. It just
the Broncos offensive line is playing well, and I was kind of sticking with the Broncos. I thought, that game they lost to the Colts was unfortunate. They played the Chargers pretty well, I thought. And yeah, I thought the Eagles were going to get them, but nice win by the Broncos there. So I haven't really gotten off my optimism for this Denver Broncos team, because I still think overall they're playing pretty good football. Bo Nix maybe has a couple things to clean up here or there, but this Jets defense is horrible, man.
What's the case against?
Is because maybe the case against is like it's a letdown spot for the Broncos and the Jets are desperate. But I think the travel situation, the fact that this is taking place in London, overseas, I love the Broncos here.
Yeah, I think when in doubt, you have to rely on organizational structure.
Yes, and they don't have any. And then there's even this random nugget coming out about the Jets saying, quote, they uncovered a disturbing conspiracy inside their own front office, accusing a fired executive of helping stage false sexual harassment claims against team president in an effort to oust him. So on top of everything, their organization is just a complete disaster. Give me the Broncos laying the 7. Kramer also seemingly on the Broncos there laying the 7, right, Ryan?
Yes, sir. Broncos laying the 7. I said it last week. We just have to consider taking a break on the Jets.
Yeah. Last week was my last time on the Jets, and never again. Kramer, I'm not taking a break from mybookie.ag. Head over there. Use the promo code SGPN. Is your place to bet on football, everything else. Of course, we got Eagles, Giants happening. Check out the parlay builder. A lot of great stuff over there. mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN. Easy deposit, lightning fast payouts using that sweet cryptocurrency. mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN. 100% bet back bonus up to $500. Use our promo code SGPN so they know we sent you. Terms and conditions do apply on that bonus, but bet on anything, anywhere, anytime. That is I'm a degenerate motto if I've ever heard one. Shout out to mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by Novig. Novig, America's #1 sports prediction market. We were just talking Giants, Eagles. They got the let's see. They go and they have the Eagles at -7.5, but +106. That is a great price, and there's a lot of great prices over on Novig. You can get some of the best prices in the market, including props. They got touchdown bets up there, first TDs, plenty of ways, and available in a bunch of states. We're talking California, Texas, Florida. If you're looking for action, Novig has you covered, and when you spend $5, you get $50. Promo code SGPN.
All right, moving along, and the early games don't stop next week. By the way, you're wondering, we have more London stuff.
Oh, love it.
Yeah, I was already doing a little look ahead research on the Rams practicing at Camden Yards for the week after they play the Ravens. All right, next up we got the look at these helmets. Cleveland Browns taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this game, which you've heard my piece on the schedule makers. This game is a first in NFL history. Steelers laying 5.5, -260 on the money line, +220 for the Browns. 37.5 is the total. The Browns are coming off the London game. They are also playing their 3rd straight road game.
Wow. Well, I guess if you count the London as a road game.
Correct. Yeah. I mean, technically it's a home game, but it's a road game. They are playing a Pittsburgh Steelers team, a division rival, coming off a bye. Come on.
I mean,
that's a scheduled loss. I don't care what the number is. I don't care. And you trade away Big Dick Flacco. Flacco.
Well, he wasn't starting. And to add to it, Ryan, the Tomlin off a bye historically 16-5 straight up, 12-9 ATS. But as of late, the in-season bye has treated the Steelers great. They've won and covered 5 straight off the bye since 2020. Now this number is probably a little high historically. You don't want to be playing Tomlin laying 5.5. But I can't. The Browns have lost 21 straight in Pittsburgh. Ryan, who was the quarterback for the Browns the last time they won in Pittsburgh?
41.
No, 21.
21. I was like, that's a long 10 years ago.
No, 21 straight in Pittsburgh.
Oh yeah, so 21 years ago. That's, I mean, what was that like? After Bernie Kosar,
October 2003.
I wouldn't even have a.
Well, they've had a lot of quarterbacks, Ryan, and Tim Couch was the last Browns quarterback to go in and beat Pittsburgh. I don't see that happening here. I don't. Now here's where things get interesting because the Browns are able to slow down the run. They have the #1 rush defensive DVOA, but again, like the travel schedule, we highlighted when I liked Minnesota because it was at Detroit, then London. Now you're in Pittsburgh, and in between there, you're making stops at Cleveland and trading one of your backup quarterbacks. Now the Browns are good at stopping the run, and Judkins is a beast. I guess if I'm saying how does this happen, like how do the Browns cover? It's because Judkins keeps them in the game, and they're able to battle back and kind of hang. Because Steelers don't have a great rush defense. Maybe they're a little asleep at the wheel, but I think they're going to be able to move the ball enough in the air against this Browns team. And Dylan Gabriel making his second start ever against Mike Tomlin on the road. I just cannot. I can't take him. Jaylen Warren, I think, could have a big game. He's back in the passing game.
You heard Mike Tomlin say he's not a big picture guy. It's a small picture guy.
That's a great Tomlinism.
Doesn't want to look at the big picture. Some new reporter made the mistake.
Oh, come on. Don't come at Tomlin with that kind of weak sauce.
I understand that this is not where you want to be with Tomlin or Arthur Smith laying 5.5, but this scheduling spot has never happened before. We've never had a team playing their third straight road game coming off the London game.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And going straight to Pittsburgh. Talk about a game where you need some juice, and they fought in that London game. They expended some energy there.
Yeah, this is crazy. Give me the Steelers laying the 5.5. Kramer, what are you doing?
Same. Steelers 5.5 feels a little trappy. Is it trappy?
Is it trappy? I mean, again, it's tough to make a case for the Browns. So I guess to me, what's your definition of a trap game is when you cannot think of a reason.
The spread is such where we are knowingly making a bad decision, laying a big number against the defense that can keep a game very, very close. But they're generally better at home, I guess. Yeah, I just can't.
But does the defense? What do they have left in the tank? So yeah,
I just think you have I think the aspect of it for me that makes it obvious is the third straight road game.
Yeah,
against the team coming off a bye, Sean. How is this allowed? We can do better. You can do this. We can get you some technology to help solve this problem. The NFL is ridiculous. All right, moving along. Let's talk about the next one on now. Game number 2, which, as I mentioned earlier, we got the 7-game early slate, which I don't hate. This is almost perfect when you have an 8 TV setup because you can put one on Red Zone. Might be that way for us because I don't see a marquee game. Game 2, Arizona, Indy. This is not going on the main screen. The Colts laying 6.5, -300 on the money line, +250 for Arizona. 47 is the total. This is another one kind of like the Eagles. If you want the 6.5, you can find the 6.5. You can also find 7s if you're going the other way with Arizona. I mean, we talked about this up top, but I was fully ready to take my medicine and accept the fact that I was wrong.
Yes. I mean,
but Calais Campbell said that this was a real bring the locker room together moment.
Yeah, I don't see it. This Cardinals team is pretty bad, and to lose that game in the way they did against that Titans team. Now the counter is Kyler as a dog.
I don't know if Kyler's playing.
Yeah, that's what makes this tough, because if Jacoby Brissett is definitely playing, then the Cardinals kind of get interesting, because he is a dog. It's a little bit of a revenge spot for him against the Colts. I think Kyler Murray's going to play. I don't think he's going to be 100%. That's how I'm grading this game. And to me, Kyler has been good as a dog, but this Colts team is a well-coached team with a very good offensive line, with Daniel Jones playing out of his mind, with Jonathan Taylor, who Arizona's been okay against the rush, but not certainly great. Jonathan Gannon, I don't think, has done a great job coaching up the defense in general. And now you're on the road. I'm skeptical that the Jonathan Gannon fine brought the locker room together. I think the way the Colts handled it better with the Adonai Mitchell. And it's funny that we have multiple circumstances of how coaches handle this situation. To me, and I'm going to be all over this in the prop show as well, Arizona second in the league in allowing catches to the tight end. So this is a Tyler Warren. I know you think he has tiny hands and he can't catch the ball, Ryan.
So far, he's been good at catching.
Yeah, Tyler Warren, I think, has a massive game. And if Tyler Warren's able to get his, that opens things up for Jonathan Taylor. And I think this Colts team is a machine. On the road against the Rams, turned it over a couple times, but I think they play a clean game here at home. And I like them to get the win and the cover. So give me Indianapolis Colts. I get it. Maybe there's a get up spot here, but I don't see it, Ryan. What's your take?
My take is I was fully prepared to take my medicine.
You've said that 4 times, and then you have to either take the medicine
and I think this bonded the locker room together. Could we see a better effort if this number is implying Kyler, right? I mean, based on looking at the look ahead, I feel fairly confident in saying that this is a Kyler.
Wasn't it? What was the look ahead?
It's 3.5. So do you think this is splitting the difference?
I don't know.
Or implying banged up Kyler?
I could not tell you what people would grade Jacoby Brissett at. I think it's factoring in that Kyler's not 100%.
Steichen, Gannon having some history. Does that matter here? Who was more of the dog on the Eagles team? You put him in a room. 2 men enter, 1 man leaves. I don't think Steichen there when. Oh, were they not? I'm trying
to think if they 100% crossed over.
Okay, in my mind, you're right. Steichen got hired before Gannon, right?
No, maybe no. They might have been both there in 2023. Let me. I'm blanking on that, but Shane Steichen. I thought he left. He left before
a year before. No, or was it 2 before? I can look this.
Yes, he was there. Eagles offensive coordinator 2021, 2022, and Gannon came in. So they were both there in 2022, but not 2023 when they went to the Super Bowl.
Oh, okay.
Pretty sure that's how it works.
Got it.
So I don't think it matters, honestly.
All right. It's always interesting. They work together for a little bit. See, I'm taking the points. Come on, and the Colts are.
Oh no, sorry. 2022 was when they went to the Super Bowl because it was.
Come on, Sean.
Well, it always confuses me. The 2022 year was actually the 2020 Super Bowl that happened in 2023. But Jonathan Taylor, Trevor, who's a Cardinals fan, he knows Jonathan Taylor 3 TD game, and they were together there for that 2022 season. But I don't think it matters. You're grabbing at straws, Ryan.
Yeah. Calais Campbell.
Give me the Colts laying 6.5. What are you doing, Ryan? You have not answered.
I'm on the Cardinals and the points. I think I'm going to believe Calais Campbell for 1 week. What do you think about that?
I think you're crazy.
Oh, yeah, I know.
I think this is
I feel a little crazy.
A very bad team. If Jacoby Brissett was starting and the vibes actually changed,
what do you think the line moves to if he starts?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Anytime I say this, you always disagree with me, and then it's a pointless argument. But
all right.
No, I mean I think it would probably go over 7 if they announce.
Yeah, so maybe I should wait.
Sure, I don't think it's. I mean, they're not going to announce that Kyler Murray's fully healthy and the number's going to go down.
I don't think Kyler Murray is fully healthy.
Yes,
and I think there's.
But I think he's going to play.
Yeah, I kind of don't think he's going to play. So maybe I should be taking the Colts, but I'm not changing. I'm taking the Cardinals. I'm not changing.
You're really in your head today.
No, just with this game.
Okay,
just with this game. All right, next up. And everything's finally fixed. All right, next up, Rams head to the East Coast to take on the Ravens, who are a close your eyes special, as they underperformed the spread by over 21 points last week, and they are catching 7.5 points here, plus 325 on the money line. Rams minus 400. 45 is the total. Baltimore is looking ahead to the bye. The Rams, as I mentioned earlier, will be sticking around, practicing at Camden Yards, and then heading over to across the pond for their international game. This is another one where man, how do you not take the Rams?
Yeah, this one.
The close your eyes special is the reason, I think.
Maybe I'm the one getting cute here, but I think you can make a solid case here for the Ravens getting 7.5 points. And the reason, well, I mean, John Harbaugh he's 15-8 ATS following a loss of 10 or more points. And I know
embarrassing loss,
an embarrassing loss to the point that I don't know if they've officially announced it, but Snoop Huntley, according to my sources, is going to be getting the start Sunday. Snoop Huntley rushing props. Stay tuned for the prop show. I think that could be live. And yes, but this is the perfect close your eyes special. No one wants to take this Ravens team. The Rams are. This is a weird situation spot for the Rams. I get it. They're just off that 49ers loss at home. You think they would be very up for this game, but then they have the look ahead to the Camden Yards practice, and then the traveling overseas.
They got the Jags too, which is, they know London.
And it's weird. Teams coming out of the bye haven't been great ATS, but teams going into the bye, if Harbaugh has any guts, any football acumen left, I think he's got to get this team up. And they're getting a little bit of good injury news. The Kyle Hamilton, the safety, he was practicing today. Ronnie Stanley, the left tackle, he was practicing today. So I get why Sean McVay is tempting of like, oh, this Rams team is going to light them up against the Ravens defense that looked horrible against the Texans. But I think maybe Harbaugh is able to sell this internally. Hey guys, let's go out. Let's get this last win. Then we get to the bye. We can get everyone healthy. We can get our season back on track here.
McVay also lays a fat egg in a spot just like this every year.
Yeah, yeah.
Letdown spot off of I'm sad. I just got my ass kicked.
Well, they're very good out there, the 49ers, and I let my guys down. And I don't get enough compliments on my Sean McVay. I think I'm nailing it, Ryan.
It's very good.
Kyron, I put our guys in a bad spot there. I don't like the optics of the tush push, although in hindsight that would have been a perfect play there.
Does your dog do tricks?
Come on, this is Harbaugh. Harbaugh, I still think is somewhat of a good
Lamar
coach.
Play? Could we get a sneak out Lamar game?
No. When has Lamar ever surprised you by playing, Ryan?
It's true.
He does. It's
in the upside of playing this. I mean, the defensive backfield being just completely destroyed, and now you have Devontae Adams and Puka to deal with.
Yeah, no, I get the case for the Ravens.
Oh, I'm taking the close your eyes special 4-1 ATS on the year so far. Only that horrible Bengals performance on Monday night against the Broncos has defeated it.
Yeah, and I see the theory of like load the box and make Cooper Rush beat you. I don't think Cooper Rush is playing, and I think Snoop Huntley they can get a little bit of the quarterback run game going, and Derrick Henry might be able to get going and open things up here. 7.5 point road favorite is not in non-conference is really a tough spot, especially when you're considering the Ravens are going into the bye, Rams are going overseas. This is like old school situational handicapping on top of the close your eyes special. So maybe getting cute here, but I like the handicap for the Ravens. Give me the Ravens plus 7.5 as the home dog here.
Yep. I'm going to church. Still going to church. And I'll add one additional thing. There is an element of like the Liam Cohen being the coach that McVay is facing over in London. I think there's legitimate, like, I know they're like coaching buddies.
Duval.
But Liam Cohen,
keep my name out of your mouth. Duval. We need to like get a sound drop of those two back to back because they're totally different attitudes.
Liam Cohen has, according to Sean McVay, maybe, taken some of his coaching slogans and things and tried to take credit for some stuff. So there might be some coaching bad blood there.
I think it quietly might be a look ahead spot for
the
McVay
new Shanahan,
the
new Shanahan matchup for him.
Doesn't this feel like a sandwich spot for the Rams, right? Because Ravens non-conference team that you're much better than. You came off a division battle, and that was a battle, and now you have this Jags game overseas, which you add in the Cohen angle. It might be a look ahead for them.
To me, this entire week of games is like fairly obvious handicapping spots where occasionally you have to hit the override button. All of these, it's like bad, like gross dog. Do you want to take the gross dog, or do you just want to lay it with the team that's clearly better? Game number 4 in the early window. Seattle, the Seahawks coming off a little bit of a surprise shootout against the Bucks there up in the Pacific Northwest. Now they head to Florida to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. We're coming off that Monday night win against the Chiefs, where Trevor just put the team on his back. -1.5 is the number. -125 on the money line. Seattle plus 105. 47.5 is the total. I love and keep the feedback coming on Colby's backwards logos. We'll make sure he hears it. He will be nothing like an artist. Sometimes has a hard time dealing with the harsh reality. This is the entire every piece of sports betting content I've consumed this week is on Seattle, and it's as if it's an obvious spot. And maybe I'm completely off here, but I don't quite understand why it's an obvious spot. I don't understand why people are just putting. Oh yeah, well this is like obviously.
I've heard a lot of people on the Jags.
Really?
Yeah, you, CJ.
Well, that me and CJ are the captains of the Jag wagon.
A lot of Jag offs. So here's the case for both. Here's the case for both sides. The case is for the Jaguars is pretty easy. They're at home. The Seattle secondary is banged up. Trevor Lawrence is grinding out some gritty wins for this team. The defense continues to create turnovers, right? And that was Devin Lloyd pick 6 was obviously a game changing play on Monday night. The counter where I'm going to find myself with the Seattle Seahawks. No disrespect to your Jags, Ryan. I was as much as I get painted as the doubter of the Jags, I was on the Jags over win total. I don't have them winning the Super Bowl like you do.
They should be undefeated, Sean.
I get it, but you have Sam Darnold coming in, number 1 in EPA per play at the quarterback position, which is kind of astounding on a lot of sides. And I can't explain to you why, but this Mike McDaniel Seattle Seahawks team is just so much better on the road, both straight up and ATS. They seemingly blow close games at home, but they get it done on the road. They're 9-1 straight up and 6-3-1 ATS under McDonald on the road. Now, Jacksonville Jags. Who's the safety blanket for the Jags? Who's the little binky when things get tough back there? It's Brenton Strange. Brenton Strange is now on the IR. And I think the Seahawks rush defense can do a decent enough job on ETN. We saw the Jags offense struggle a little bit last week without ETN, and it's the ultimate Gatorade dumping. You saw Shad Khan, the coming in with his wax mustache, celebrating with the team. It was the ultimate dump the Gatorade game. I mean, they were going nuts in the hot tub. They were singing happy birthday to Trevor Lawrence. It's everything I want to fade. And now they're a favorite. I think this is a perfect time to just, you don't have to completely get off the Jag wagon.
Why
right?
is this three, not three? I listened to everything you had to say, and I don't know why it's not three.
Because I don't think the Jags have a 3-point home edge. I think these are fairly equal teams on a neutral. I think the Jags home field is
this is
1.5.
indicating. This is indicating that these teams are equal.
Yeah.
Have you not seen what's happened since Liam Cohen told Robert Saleh to keep his name out his mouth? I think there is certainly something.
Seattle's
what's your take
on the road?
What's your take on the trade? Did you see the Jags traded Tyson Campbell for to the Browns for Greg Ward? Is it?
Yeah, I don't know. That doesn't move the needle for me.
It's kind of a big trade. I mean, he was it was 80. They're paying him like 20 million. And Greg Newsome and a 6th rounder for Tyson Campbell and a 7th rounder. It's just interesting to see starting cornerbacks get dealt like that.
Yeah, I think this is just a letdown spot for the Jags a little bit.
Yeah, I guess. Why is it not a letdown spot for the Seahawks? They just played.
They're coming off a loss.
They played an amazing back and forth game with the Bucks that they end up losing at home.
Sure, yeah, I see the case. I just think this Seahawks team.
You're just saying you like them on the. This is just you liking them on the road.
And I saw the Jags dump the Gatorade on a short week and beating the Chiefs. It was a franchise. I mean, you're sharing Chumbawamba mashups of Trevor Lawrence getting in the end zone.
Franchise changing play.
Yeah,
they're now
that's the time you fade them the next game.
And you've already forgotten they have a great Italian American Campanelli defensive coordinator. That defense has been playing. Going back to the turnovers, when you have a linebacker doing what Devin Lloyd's doing, like he's obviously intelligent. I think it's a little less random. Obviously, leading the league in EPA off of turnovers is something that is maybe going to regress.
I think, and I know we disagree on this. I think turnovers are a coaching stat, and I think the Jags defensive coordinator is doing a great job at creating turnovers, getting turnovers.
I don't disagree with that.
Oh, okay.
I think fumbles are random.
Okay. Yeah, I think. Well, I mean, again, you made fun of
fumbles are random.
Nick Sirianni for doing the fumbling drill with Jalen Hurts, but it cleaned up his fumbling issue.
I mean, I rooted for Tiki Barber too. I think guys can clean up their fumbling issues.
Okay. Yeah. So I think I think turnovers are related to coaching. I think the Jaguars DC is doing a great job. If Seattle doesn't get the win and or cover, it's going to be because Darnold has one of these two. He's played almost like a perfect season, but he's had 2 really bad turnovers. He had the fumble where Bosa got pushed into him and he dropped the ball, and then the interception he threw to Devin Lloyd, both at home, both in those same spots. For whatever reason, they're cleaner on the road. So I will take Seattle, getting the full week of prep here. It is a decent travel spot.
It's a great point. Darnold hasn't made a mistake yet. I like him to make a mistake.
Give me Seattle plus 1.5. Kramer, what do you want?
Worst of luck. I'm on the Jag wagon. Give me the Jags. This is not. I'm just surprised at how many people are on Seattle in this one, and because I'm sure you didn't watch the press conference. Liam Cohen. Very close with Cooper Kupp. Very close.
Yeah.
Almost named his kid Cooper. Really is going to want to show out in front of Coop.
Or Cooper's going to have a great game.
What do you mean? No. His son's not playing football yet.
No, but Cooper Kupp is playing for the Seahawks.
No. Yeah, no.
And he's going to have a great game.
That's not how this works.
Oh, it's only one way?
Yeah. Because Liam Cohen was so proud and impressed with Cooper Kupp that he's going to want to show out in front of him.
All right.
Moving along. Another game that's definitely not going to be on the big screen. Game 5 in the early window. The Dallas Cowboys on a back-to-back road spot head to Carolina, where Carolina definitely looks like a different team at home This one was 3.5 on the look ahead. Now down to 3, minus 165 on the money line. Carolina plus 145. 50 is the total. Rico Dowdle revenge spot. It looks like Chuba Hubbard might be out another week. I don't know if that's because Rico was so good last week or
he was awesome. 200 yards on the ground.
Certainly think there's a little revenge angle there. This team in general has just looked better at home.
Undefeated at home, right?
Could be the could be the opponents.
I think that's certainly part of it. The Dolphins are pretty horrible.
But I don't care how horrible the team is. You still came back.
Yeah.
From being down a pretty healthy deficit.
No, they did.
Clearly got right. You just started doing something correctly on the offensive line.
Yeah.
And I think the test will be tougher this week against Dallas. And talk about teams with horseshoes up their ass. Dallas continues to play well. He thought they were going to suck ass without CeeDee Lamb. Somehow that's not working. Javonte Williams eating some of those stem cells that Jerry eats to stay alive.
Is Javonte Williams being good? It's pretty surprising. It must be like the year, and especially with no offensive line, that just goes back to why the Jets are just so bad. And the Cowboys are still dealing with the offensive line issues. Rico Dowdle, I think he could have a nice game receiving as well. This Cowboys defense is horrible. Don't let the Jets fool you. Bryce Young might be balling out. I mean the Bryce Young passing yards. I also got a 10-1 TD prop that'll say for the prop show. A good plug there
from this game.
Yes, on the Panthers side, a nice little nugget courtesy of our good buddy Ryan O'Flanagan, who now the Panthers are 1-0 since the Panthers podcast retired because it was too painful. And I said Ryan O'Flanagan should take over the Meow Mix podcast or whatever it's called.
Maybe we get a new name.
Well, again, they're on hiatus. We'll see if they come back. This is a great time to fade the Cowboys. They're, Derek or Rain Prescott can't do anything wrong. He's on the road. It's a back-to-back road spot for them. Yeah, just give me the Panthers. Fuck Dallas.
Yes. Although the one shocking stat or metric that I stumbled across while prepping for this week was how good the Cowboys offensive line has been, considering they're all backup. So hopefully that's just been fluky.
Panthers -3. Right?
I don't like that at all. I assume.
Panthers +3.
I was going to say.
I'll take an all Panthers -3.
I assume neither of us are taking the Cowboys. Not going to start now, and the long turf in Carolina will surely slow down this high-powered.
Did we figure out that it's not long anymore?
Well, they got rid of their grass. They were put in the field turf. Yeah, we unfortunately they don't have the long grass anymore, but they will take down the Cowboys if all things go well. All right, next up. Game number 6 in the early window. The Chargers head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. Chargers laying 4, -200 on the money line. Miami +175. I mean, this Chargers team is a complete mess. It was hard to watch the game with Decker.
No,
he was very worried about Justin. He didn't like the game plan. I will say that Greg Roman, I think he's starting to show some cracks with all the injuries. His offense is kind of his play calling, especially, is just a couple games in a row now just looks idiotic. It looks like they aren't coming into the game with the idea that they might not have a good offensive line. And so now,
Decker was like, "You guys knew that the offensive line wasn't going to be good."
I've been down this path before. It's like what you guys aren't looking in the mirror. Now they go against Miami, who just let Carolina run all over on them.
Yeah,
it feels like it's got to be a get right spot.
Yep,
I think. And it's the Chargers on the road, a place where we're always a little bit more comfortable taking them.
Yeah, this is essentially
get back to that.
This is essentially a home game for the Chargers. Like the Chargers in this spot. I mean, Miami, you could make a case as the weakest pass rush in the league. Only 74 pressures in 5 games. They let Bryce Young pick them apart. Everyone is sharing that video of Mike McDaniel just dejected. I don't know if you watch the Mike McDaniel
he looks
press
so
conferences. It's like Yeah, and the thing and the blah blah blah, and just like can't make eye contact. He looks like just a stone teen who's afraid his parents are gonna find out.
He's broken.
He's broken. The team's broken. Any sort of hope of like, oh, Tyreek Hill's gone. This is gonna fix our mojo. No mojo has been fixed. Meanwhile, I do think the Chargers are a decent team. And you have one of the best quarterbacks in the league, no doubt. Justin Herbie, the love bug. He's been great on the road, and especially the road in the Eastern time zone. If you're thinking like, oh, early start's going to throw them off, he's thrived in this situation. 13-16 ATS in the Eastern time zone. Miami though, 31st in defensive pass DVOI, so I think they're going to be throwing all over the place. Keenan Allen, easy stuff. Lad McConkey, easy stuff. Quentin Johnson, not fumbling. Now maybe the heat, humidity, but I think the Chargers are going to be able to hang in this game and light it up offensively. Chargers have lost 2 in a row. I would be very shocked if Harbaugh lets his team lose 3 games in a row. And Mike McDaniel, he wants to be out of his misery. Like it's all the narratives are, hey, this guy's going to get fired. So yeah, give me the Chargers laying the 4. I like this a lot.
I was just pulling up a weather report to make sure we weren't. Let's see, 82 degrees, 65% humidity. So they're probably going to see the thermometer, right?
It's certainly going to be a little toasty out there, but do you think, does that favor this Miami Dolphins team who just laid a complete egg?
I think this is, there's too much quit potential.
Yeah.
Right?
Like the quit potential normally would be like if the home team had a little fight in them and the road team was feeling fat and happy. This is the exact opposite. Give me the Chargers laying the 4. They got hungry bellies. They're going to get fed in Miami.
Yeah. I guess the only thing that if I was trying to make an argument for the Dolphins would be this, like the Chargers offensive line has now 2 weeks in a row allowed. I mean, the Giants set a record with pressure, like the highest team pressure rate ever since they've been recording pressure rate, and Washington had a pretty good game too.
Yeah.
Disrupting stuff. So you just have to hope that Miami, who does, they haven't exactly had a ton of pass rush this year, although they have at times shown a little bit. So, but are they going to fire McDaniel in season?
It's got to be close.
Steven Ross seems like he's a little ruthless, right? Like if he wants to do something, well, some owners, you look at their track record, they just don't do it. And Ross has done it before. We all remember Dan Campbell coming in, instituting the Oklahoma drill after Adam Gase showed everyone he was a fucking serial killer.
Yeah, I think if this gets bad, would I be shocked if he's fired? No. Like it just seems like the window's passed for this version of the Dolphins team. Tyreek Hill's never gonna play for them again. They announced that. Tua is Tua. He's talking about, hey, it doesn't matter if I throw 5 interceptions or 5 touchdowns. My kids love me. That's like a guy on his deathbed. That's not a guy getting ready for the Chargers.
Do they have to move on from Tua?
I mean, if they want to win playoff games, yeah.
When did they sign him? I feel like they stoop. I'm going to click on Tua real quick on Over the Cap. All right, Tua, they with void years 2030.
Yeah, that's not happening.
They can't. They got him for 2 more years.
No, I think you could. I mean, but that's the thing now. Yeah, you just cut the guy. I mean, no one thought you could get out of the Russell Wilson contract. They get out of the contract. They draft Bo Nix. Like no matter how bad these contracts are, maybe Zach Wilson's their starting quarterback next year. Like they'll just eat the money and move on.
Yeah, they would have to.
Kirk Cousins. Oh, they're never gonna. He's their quarterback for 2 years. Like they just eat the money and move on.
2026, he's 67. He would be sick.
Yeah, they're gonna be bad.
Yeah, so actually, it would be $100 million in dead money for them to get rid of him next year, pre June 1st. Post June 1st, it would be 67 dead, and they would cost themselves 11 to the cap. That's why I think it's gonna it could be a year. Yeah, you get rid. It would be a reset year then. It would have to be.
Yeah, but every year has been a reset year with the Miami Dolphins when they have.
I'm just saying.
Tag Ovalia, the quarterback.
Oh man! All right.
All timer.
Oh, I mean, again, if you've never seen the video, he's very proud of himself after he says it. Thanks for letting me know he's a quarterback. Last game in the early window, the
Tagovailoa, the quarterback,
the New England Patriots and the New Orleans Saints. Patriots on a back-to-back road spot here and are catching all the money. Sean, this is. It felt like we were at a coronation where Drake May is now the guy or the next guy. And we've seen the number now in this game is 3.5, which is what it was on the look ahead. Pat's favored on the road here, -195 on the money line. Saints +170. 46 is the total. I don't know if I'm just continuing to be a hater.
Yep.
I definitely think Christian Gonzalez coming back impacted that defense, but I still watch, and I guess this is very much like young Josh Allen, but the mistakes for Drake May are still like kind of like nearing comical. He's making some good throws. It was a huge win for them, and maybe I'm going to talk out of both sides of my mouth because this feels like what you were describing to me. The Jags just experienced, where there was a prime time dopamine drop that followed up with some Gatorade, some MVP conversation. People talking about Drake May and the MVP. People talking about Coach of the Year, Mike Vrabel. Mike Vrabel, toast of the town. Now they got to go down to New Orleans and take on a scrappy Saints team with a healthy Taysom Hill. How the fuck is he healthy? By the way,
well, Ryan, I think you're giving the Saints more credit than they deserve because they beat the Giants. I don't know if they're necessarily scrappy. I still think there's a ton of holes in this roster. And Spencer Rattler, he's not the worst quarterback in the league, but I think this New England Patriots team with Christian Gonzalez back, they were already doing a pretty good job stopping the run. And now you throw in Christian Gonzalez and they're doing a pretty good job stopping the pass. Do I like now? It certainly gets a little bit nerve wracking here. New England as a non-conference road favorite, but I still think the Saints team is pretty bad.
So they lost by 7 against Arizona, lost by 5 to San Francisco, blown out by Seattle, covered against Buffalo, and obviously beat the Giants. I mean, with the exception of the one blowout, they were scrappy.
Okay,
that's the definition of scrappy.
Well, yeah, I guess it depends what your scrappy version is, but I
think the Patriots are coming off a game against a defense that is now, I think it's fair to say, comical at stopping the run. That Ravens Bills game in hindsight is pretty hilarious, and so I the Patriots, I think, continue. I will be very impressed if they're able to sustain drives.
Yeah. And I think they will. I understand might be a letdown spot for the Pats, but Vrabel has actually been pretty decent in this spot. After winning outright as a dog of 3 or more, Vrabel 13-9 ATS after beating division opponent 12-8 ATS. So nothing life shattering, but he isn't a guy that falls into this trap. I just think this Pats defense is going to do a good job shutting down the Saints.
Maybe
Alvin Kamara is on the injury report now. He showed up midweek, so that's not a great sign for him. Maybe Kendre Miller gets going. I just don't think the Saints are going to be able to put up points against this Pats defense that did a good job of shutting down and turning over Josh Allen at home. That to me is like their ability to generate turnovers is going to be the difference in the game. So give me New England laying the 3.5 on the road. Kramer, it sounds like you're on the Saints.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not. Again, this is maybe another situation where I'm not taking my medicine, but
yeah,
I'm not laying the 3.5 with the Patriots in this spot. I don't think they're going to be able to sustain drives. I think it's going to. You're probably right to.
But what makes you? Because I mean the Giants had success against the Saints offensively early on. The only thing that submarined the Giants was the turnovers.
Yeah, and I
so you think Saints are going to be able to turn over the Pats?
I think the Giants, since Dart came in, have been a much better running team than the Patriots. I think the Patriots have really struggled to run the ball. They lost Antonio Gibson. The Ramondre Stevenson mental whatever's going on where he fumbles every game. They hate Trevion Henderson. I don't think the offense is this this master class. And as far as the Saints, I mean, this is what I would say: the overlooked piece, especially reflecting on what the Eagles look like. Kellen Moore's ability to create a game to game, a plan for each game, is clearly there. And like I said, Taysom Hill will be a part of this game, Sean, and you're going to be mad you bet against him when he's going into the end zone. Next,
he had 9 snaps, but
he's just getting ramped up. He's 10 months off major knee surgery, Sean. Yeah, I'm like I said, I'm gonna fade Vrabel here. I need to fade Vrabel for my Liam Cohen Coach of the Year ticket.
Yeah, you're in trouble.
I don't know about that.
If the Pats win the division, he's getting it. 100%. It's
if
not even
the
close.
Jags have more wins than him,
Yes.
Ryan,
the Bills were just such a massive favorite. If they somehow upset the Bills and win that division, it's theirs by a mile.
Even if the Jags have, as I predict, 13 wins.
Well, how many wins do you think the Pats would need to win the division?
I think if they win the division, it's because the division winner has 10 or 9 wins.
Okay.
Yeah.
That I think is crazy. So
okay.
In your crazy scenario where
what do you mean? I don't think the Bills have a pretty high floor. So if the Pats win it, it's because the Bills have completely stumbled. That's my take in my universe.
All right. So in your universe, yeah, if the Pats win it at 9-8 and the Jags are 13-4, then yeah, Liam Cohen would win.
That's what
I'm just saying they're going to get a lot of credit for beating the Bills if they win the AFC.
Absolutely, but they're not winning the AFC East.
All right.
Tennessee, this is a game.
I don't think they are either. I'm just saying if they win the division, I think it's a wrap for Coach of the Year.
Not for my Liam Cohen.
Because I think you're gonna have to win 12 games to beat the Bills in the AFC East.
What's harder, making a great quarterback prospect in Drake May good, or fixing Trevor Lawrence?
No, I mean I'm sure Liam Cohen's odds have gone down. He's off to a good start.
Tennessee, it's like the AP poll. Vrabel was starting out as the number 1 team. You got to overcome that. Tennessee in the first game in the late window, 1:05 p.m. on the left coast. Tennessee on a back-to-back road spot. 3 straight road games for Tennessee here on the road in Las Vegas, which is a interesting spot to have your 3rd straight game. Vegas would be a close your eyes special, Sean, but they're laying 4.5 here, minus 240 on the money line. Titans plus 205. 41 is the total. The look ahead was 6.5. It came down to 4.5. Certainly not off that ridiculous bad beat / win for the Titans. This Raiders team, I mean, it sounds like Brock Bowers should be out for a while.
Yep.
Geno sucks.
Yep.
Pete Carroll expressed thoughts of maybe making a quarterback change. The defense has been pretty bad.
Yeah, I'm glad I was not high on the Raiders coming into the season.
It's a real rock meets hard play because the Titans being on a 3rd straight road game, Sean, as you know.
Oh, it's
that is a not a spot you want to be.
I mean, it almost makes me want to lock up the Raiders because of how the Titans had no business, and Titans are spelled wrong. Colby really.
This is what you know what? We should have told him he couldn't go to ACC media days.
Callahan's 4-18 ATS. You have to go back to week 2 of 2023. Last time the Titans covered in consecutive games. The Raiders will actually have a home field advantage in this spot. Now, certainly Cam Ward has shown an ability to make a couple throws, but Ryan, to your point, you're 100%. This is 3rd road spot. I'm kind of blanking on them.
I mean, I wrote it down in 2 separate notes.
I trust you then.
Triple check. Yeah, at Houston, at Arizona, at Las Vegas.
Yeah, this is a smash spot for the Raiders. Always fade teams on the 3rd road spot, regardless of everything else. That's all you need to know. Raiders getting the win and the cover. It's going to be ugly.
This I don't like at all. But we are getting some just verifying that. Yep, this is 3rd straight. This is again. I felt there were a lot of more obvious spots, not obvious spots, but almost every game on the card this week is just the same type of decision. This was a little different, but Like, I just don't know how you can back them coming off that win.
Yeah.
I mean, in any team coming off that. Although I will, you got to give
the Titans winning that game is just insane.
You got to give Cam Ward credit. He definitely made some plays down the stretch in garbage time that helped.
Chig showed up, but this to me was more about the Arizona
Ridley
Cardinals.
Even showed up.
They're Arizona Cardinals, and they're just will to quit. There's the opposite of will to win, and that's what the Arizona Cardinals have. Give me the Raiders laying the 4.5. Kramer.
Yeah. But I thought I said out loud, I'm done with the Raiders last week. Yeah. Now I'm back in.
This is different.
And if for those who want to continue the survivor map, the Raiders would have been our survivor play this week, which would have been just hilarious. Niners, Bucks, game 2 in the late window. I assume this is America's. Actually, no. The Green Bay Cincy game is probably America's game of the week because they planned that a little while ago. San Francisco coming off Thursday night football, also on a back-to-back road spot here. And the Bucks are just, I don't know. What does a pirate keep up their butt? Not a horseshoe, probably. They don't have horses on the ocean, but this Bucks team just continues to get it done, winning close games one after another as they get healthier and healthier. Mike Evans back for this one, Sean. -3 for the Bucks, -150 on the money line. Niners +130, 47.5 is the total. Mac Jones looks like he's going to go. So I saw they. I love the reports that are like the Niners only have 2 quarterbacks healthy for practice. It's like that's probably not a good thing because Mac Jones, you watch him practice, he's not on the injury report, but he's limping around.
He's incredibly banged up. They're coming off a massive win against the Rams as huge dogs, and then on the other side, how can you go against this Bucks team? I get they're favored. Maybe that's you normally want to play Baker as a dog. That's when he's been a little bit better historically.
It's -3.
49ers have the extra rest. I think he's gonna. I think really for me is like this 49ers team can't really get a pass rush, which was part of my handicap against the Rams. But in hindsight, clearly that was just a massive division get up spot for this 49ers team. If the 49ers lose this game, they can't be kicking themselves. They're just so banged up. No practice today for Purdy, Ricky Pearsall, Jawan Jennings. You got Vita Vea to slow down Christian McCaffrey in the running game for the Bucks. The 49ers are wearing their white jerseys, which might help them a little bit there in Tampa, but it's still going to be hot and humid. And of course, our boy Emeka Big is going to have a big game. You can't make a case for the 49ers. Big Boo, Ryan, he leads the NFL in receptions.
He looks good.
We're talking 20+ air yards. He leads receptions at 7, yards 267, and touchdowns 4. I mean, I remember that first game against the Falcons where he just torched them, and I think the Falcons now we know have a pretty good defense. So yeah, I'm all over the Bucks here laying the 3. What are you doing, Kramer?
Also on the Bucks, I don't think it's a lock that Mike Evans is out.
Okay.
Now maybe they just hold him out and save him for that Detroit game, but I think there's a not greater than 0 chance that he's out there. And I just think schematically they're gonna make Mac Jones beat him like he beat the Rams.
Still hurts.
And you're gonna bottle up McCaffrey. They're gonna work him. Todd Bowles is gonna have a plan for him in the passing game as well. I think the goal will be to keep 100% just attack Christian McCaffrey. And so I think. And also, I know people like to talk about the regression indicators in football, but it's like when teams are playing when you watch these Bucks games, do you get the sense that they're getting lucky? Or do you get the sense that just in pressure moments, this offense is just dialed in?
Yeah, no, Baker's putting the team on his back. There are getting a couple bounces here or there, but in general, he's playing really well. And I'm not going to fade him here. Not against this 49ers team. Right. Give me the Bucks laying the 3.
Agreed. Mac Jones. I mean, come on. As much as I enjoy the quarterback controversy in the Bay. I don't think Mac Jones is going to get it done. All right, next up we got the Cincinnati Bengals, third game in the late window, heading to Green Bay to take on the Packers. Cincy is looking ahead to that Thursday night battle against Pittsburgh Steelers. Again, we got to spread these divisional games out. It's just ridiculous. And the Packers are coming off a bye. This was 2.5 back in May, Sean. It's now 14.5, minus 1,300 on the money line. Bengals plus 825, 44.5 is the total. We got the Lambeau Field sticker on the graphic here because the artist likes this stadium, claims it's a real one. So Joe Flacco trade happens. The Cleveland Browns say we don't need this thing anymore. It's like a yard sale where you tape free on that chair you're not using anymore, and someone from your neighborhood comes and picks it up. But somehow they turned Joe Flacco into a draft pick, which is an all-time heist. Joe Flacco now comes in to play the Packers for the second time in this young season.
Already beat him once.
So you could argue he had nothing to do with that win. I know there were some. I mean, he didn't play horribly, but that was definitely a defensive win. But man, this offensive line for Cincy is way worse than the Browns' offensive line.
Yep.
He was already struggling with the rush causing him to drop his eye level and just collapse. And now he's going against a fresh pass rush that features Micah Parsons.
Well, Ryan,
I don't understand the formula here other than this is a shitload of points in the National Football League.
Little nugget here. Jamar Chase actually has more solo tackles than Micah Parsons coming into this game. Jamar Chase has 5 solo tackles. Micah Parsons only 4. Joe Flacco back up, not the Brinks truck, Ryan, but in fact, time to pick up the garbage. Here's Flacco. I liked Flacco getting 14.5 points with these receivers. T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, they care about their one thing, their stats. They're going to be stat padding against this Packers team. 14.5 points is way too much. I get why it's crazy, but I think the Packers might be a little sleepy coming out of the bye. We've seen this so many times. Like, I agree with you in the Steelers coming out of a bye against a team coming back from Europe, but since the latest like a player agreement, teams have not been great coming out of the bye. I think 14.5 against a team that you're not really going to get up for, I think is a little high. So I'm going to take Cincinnati here. I get it. Their offensive line sucks. To me, it's just
give me Green Bay. You're crazy.
Yeah.
We just talked about this. This is never a guy joining a team and starting that week has never happened before. Zach Taylor's having to say he's still going to call the plays, Sean. That's never good when the head coach is being asked if he's going to continue to call.
Little Flacco magic. Now this could be my bias to Joe Flacco leading the AFC North in passing yards, which they somehow got a second life thanks to them trading him in division, where he is now the starter for God knows how long. Bengals hang around. Give me Cincy plus 14.5.
I think we are back to Browning in this game. Because Joe Flacco is going to get hurt.
That's fair. Ryan, let's head over to I'm on Cincy, you're on Green Bay, and let's head over to Underdog Fantasy. Put together a little pick'em entry.
Feels a little bit cute on your part. I see why you're taking all those points, but feels a little cute.
Yeah, I see the counter. I will not be locking this up. Kramer over on Underdog Fantasy, of course, promo code SGPN. You can win up to 5,000 extra money when you play $5. You get $100 in bonus funds. What do you see that you like that you want to put in here?
I mean, the game we were just talking about, I feel like we could pick any receiver there. We could also,
the problem with Green Bay. Oh, well, if you're taking Green Bay receivers, they're getting Watson back. I don't know it. And they always kind of
is Watson going to play this week?
I don't know. I don't ever have a great handle on the Packers.
I didn't
receivers.
think Taysom Hill was going to play this week either, though.
No, I didn't. And he played.
All right. So, I mean, I would say I can continue to run back Travis Hunter's numbers bumped up a little bit. I was going to say we could go to the Jags game. There's always some fun stuff in there, which, by the way, at some point it's going to be time to fire on Tim Patrick. anytime. We were.
He had a bad drop there.
I know, but it's going to happen eventually. We can. I think I think there'll be some opportunities. I mean, I think we can go receiver either way. I would probably suggest we just go back to the Travis Hunter well. Let's see.
You look good.
It just looks like they're involving him in the offense.
So 36.5 receiving yards higher.
Yeah, I would go back to that well.
I'm going to go. We haven't talked about this game yet, but I think Bijan Robinson is in a smash spot against this Bills defense. I don't know if it's going to be in the air. I don't know if it's going to be on the ground, but give me Bijan Robinson, 108.5 combined yards,
combo yards.
Yeah, because he's good for some of those big pass receptions.
I got a little profit boost right here.
Yeah, toss your boost in there, Ryan.
They gave me a soccer only one. Don't even know where to go to use that.
$100 entry returns you $300 over an Underdog Fantasy. Promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. The Rhythm is gonna betcha with picks, props, sides, totals. They got it all. And of course, use that promo code SGPN25. Get you 25% off when you download the Rhythm app. And of course, if you track 5 bets of the same type from any model you build, you could win $1,000 just for playing along. Love me some Rhythm. They've been good to me. Always use them firing up the prop show. And again, it's super fun to build your own models, or if you're lazy and you just want to be like, hey, what is Rhythm like? And fire on their stuff. That's good too. Let's see. Kick it over. I had it set to college. Kicking over to the NFL. Let's look at some of their favorite props. Ryan, this is something you might like. Oh well, I mean, this is something I like. The price isn't insane, but Jonathan Taylor, they like him to get in the end zone twice at plus 235. They also like Devin Achin. We're fading the Dolphins, Ryan, and Rhythm is as well. They like Devin Achin under 60.5 receiving yards. Download the Rhythm app today. Use the promo code SGPN25.
That is dangerous. That's a low receiving yards number. All right, and real quick, we were going to show this off, but friend of the program.
Oh yeah, friend of the program, Justin Wood texted me a photo. Should I get this? I have to, right? And it's a Joe Flacco Bengals jersey.
Ship within 4 business days. Very nice.
Look out.
There's a 0% chance the Justin Wood I know is actually ordering this from NFL.
He orders it from some place in China. It'll take 2 months to get there.
Hopefully the grift is still on. All right, next up, we got the Sunday night football game. It's a good one. Lions, Chiefs. Arrowhead gets a sticker, so I guess Colby likes it. It just likes grass and outdoors. It's interesting. Detroit on a back-to-back road spot here. Also, one of the public teams this week. They're taking on the Chiefs on that short week, coming off the loss against the Jags. Chiefs now laying 2.5 at home, minus 140 on the money line. Lions plus 120. 52.5 is the total.
Man, this one's tough because the Lions are playing so good. I'm sure they're going to be up for this game, but then on the other side, this Chiefs team, I think this is their ultimate spot. They gotta win. They cannot go to 2-4. They're going to lose a bunch of, they're going to lose a bunch of ground in the division. I think they're going to be super jacked up for this game. And Arnold being out, the cornerback for the Lions. I think the Chiefs passing game, you saw the deep ball kind of getting going with Thornton, Xavier Worthy. I think they're going to be able to pass on them. I normally like Mahomes here as a small dog, but on the other side, like Jared Goff, Dan Campbell, they've been great as dogs in general. But I just look at the injury report for the Lions. It's, I get it's Wednesday. We'll see. I'm sure some of these guys will play, but Amon-Ra didn't practice. Khalif Raymond didn't practice, which isn't a huge thing. But Taylor Decker, their tackle, who it seemed like maybe they were holding them out for this game. Kirby Joseph didn't practice, and then Terrion Arnold, who it seems like he's going to be out for the season. They brought up a tackle, the Lions, from the practice squad. And how did the Jags have success against this Chiefs defense? Trevor Lawrence decided to just run the ball. I don't think Jared Goff can do that. And I think the Chiefs can slow down their running game. So and it's rare that that the public is going to be on the team against the Chiefs here on a Sunday night game. So public dogs have fleas. Give me the Chiefs laying the 2.5. Kramer, what are you doing?
Yeah, DJ Reed was already out, so this is officially they're down. They're down
Yeah.
2 critical members of that secondary. I think not the team you want to be going against. If
And
you
it
go
feels
back,
like the Chiefs passing game, minus that horrible interception, is looking better, right?
I think so. I mean, I think they're going to look better. You look back at the game against Cincinnati, and the second that Arnold went out, that is when the little bit of that's when the little bit of a garbage time comeback happened with the passing with Jamar Chase going bonkers. And so I think it fully expect the Chiefs to be able to score. So it's going to come down to, can Spag slow down this offense? I didn't get the sense that Amon-Ra being on the injury report was expected.
Yeah.
So that's definitely something
That
to keep
wasn't
an
on
eye
my
on.
radar till I looked at it.
It's a wrist injury. Remember, we talked about this a couple of weeks ago. There was a internet sleuth that saw on his podcast he had a massive like swollen black and blue area on his hand
From playing NBA 2K, or
well, it was
I had some of those wrist injuries in high school, Ryan. It wasn't from video games.
it was the same time that he disclosed that he had been playing video games late into the night. Sean, you also, if you didn't see the locker room scene after, the team was very stoked for David Montgomery. A lot of emotions flowing there. So they're even not that this would be a letdown spot, as we've mentioned this before, but the traps in Detroit land only exist on Dan Campbell's shoulders. But I'm shocked that Kansas City will be a unpopular short favorite in prime time. Roll out the Mahomes rushing yards against Detroit.
He led the team.
Showtime, Mahomes.
Well, and I think
Showtime, Mahomes.
I think the thesis is starting to play out, but I think the rushing yards thing might just be a Detroit thing, not Aaron Glenn might not have.
Although Bo Nick's rushing props, maybe we'll see.
Aaron Glenn might have nothing to do with anything. Actually, we'll see how that goes. But and then so the main thing is, if this is going to be a shootout, as well as Detroit has played at home, they're going to be on grass here. They're going against the Spags defense.
Yeah.
And
and they're banged up.
Well, and correct me if I'm wrong. Was this not the opening game of last season?
Yeah. A little revenge.
Yeah.
Chiefs -2.5.
I'm with you. Although you're supposed to take the 2.5, not lay it. I'm going to lay it here with Mahomes. And we're both going to be taking that rushing prop 100%. Monday Night Football, heads up. We got 2. We got the strange. Well, it's the 1 hour offset configuration. First game's at 4:15 on the West Coast. The Buffalo Bills, looking ahead, they have their bye week next week, and they're taking on the Atlanta Falcons, who are coming off the bye week. Falcons are catching 4.5 points at home here, plus 190 on the money line. Bills -220, 49.5 is the total. Coming off the loss, they have to be focused, but part of the problem with this defense was stopping the run. Ed Oliver, not sure. Matt Milano, I think, re-injured something.
Doesn't seem 100%
in that game. Well, he left the game, and he was questionable for a bit. He missed some time. They kind of got whipped by what I don't think is a very good team in New England. And I think a lot of it was that what is going on with this defense?
Yeah, I'm all over the Falcons here. I mean, I certainly would have liked it more if the Bills would have won or covered. Maybe they would have been a little bit asleep at the wheel. Certainly them coming off a loss has been good, but I don't know if this Bills team can cover as a road favorite, especially with how good the Falcons defense has been. I mean, they're #1 defensive DVOA.
That seems so wrong to me.
It seems a little bit fugazi, but I think they certainly are a different team at home, and they certainly are a different team in the dome. James Pierce Jr. 11 pressures in 4 games as a rookie. That's been awesome for them. Certainly helps them out a bunch here. I think the Falcons defense is going to be able to slow down this Bills just enough. And then on the other side, this Bills defense, who have the Bills defense really shut down? To your point, Ryan, they let the Saints hang around. They let the Pats beat them. The Ravens should have beat them. Like, what game has the Bills defense look good? I guess maybe the Jets, but now that looks pretty.
They look great in that game.
Yeah, that was like, okay, the Bills defense is okay. The Bills defense is not okay. And you have this Atlanta team fired up. Like I said in the underdog segment, Bijan I think could have a great game. Bills 30th in rush defensive DVOA, and so the Falcons are built for a dome. Now the counter is pretty easy.
Bills are also built for a dome.
Yeah, Josh Allen's built for a dome, but I don't know if they have the receivers for it. And I like this Falcons defense. I'm on the Falcons here.
So my pushback on your Falcons defense comment: they lost to Baker, game 1.
Yeah,
division rivalry. They then catch JJ McCarthy, who
completely shut him down.
Might be
exposed him.
Might be trash. They then get beat by the Panthers 30-0.
It's on the road. That doesn't count.
Sure, they get shut out by the Panthers.
The yardage wise, they destroyed him.
And they get shut out by the Panthers, and then they beat Marcus Mariota, and then now they take on Josh Allen. Just feels like there's a slight up. JJ McCarthy, Bryce Young, Marcus Mariota, right to. I'm gonna hit the ride button here. Give me the Bills laying the points.
Buffalo Bills laying 4.5 for Kramer. Give me Atlanta plus 4.5.
I appreciate your argument, and you're right. I think I'll probably end up on something Bijan related in this game.
Yeah,
this is another. I think just like the Sunday night game. Man, this is going to be a shootout, right? We're just going to see very predictable fireworks.
I don't think it's going to be a shootout.
No.
And Sunday night wasn't a shootout. It was 23-20.
What? The game we just talked about, the Chiefs and the Lions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's Sunday night game.
Oh yeah. And I think the Falcons can ugly this up.
Yeah. I have very, very big disagreements with them being top deep. Well, their DVOA is so high because they've gone against Bryce Young, Marcus Mariota, and JJ McCarthy in their last 3 weeks. Probably. I think their defense isn't going to look so good after this game on the paper. Game number 2 on Monday night, 5:15, the normal kick. We have the Chicago Bears coming off their bye, heading to the nation's capital to take on the Washington Commander football team Redskins, who are laying 4.5 at home, minus 220 on the money line, plus 190 for the Bears. 49 is the total. Kingsbury kind of has this a little bit has the run game going. Krosky Merritt, who's named after Bill Cosby, for those who didn't get that memo in the preseason, he finally had his show out game. And the Bears, I don't know what to expect from the Bears coming off the bye. On one hand, I expect the offense to take a step forward. Maybe we'll see a little bit more from the rookies. But on the other hand, is their defense, specifically their run defense, going to be any better? Because the last taste in my mouth is that damn Raiders game where they got outgained by over 2 yards per play and still managed to win on a last second field goal block.
Yeah, give me Chicago here. I think I like the vibes going into the bye. Nice win. I think the team finally has some confidence. I do think Ben Johnson has the ability to scheme up enough for Caleb Williams. I'm nervous about their defense. Would not be shocked if the Redskins get the win, don't get the cover. But I also think the Bears, they had this game circled. This is a revenge game from the Hail Mary debacle last year. And I don't know how much it means, but the Commanders are cursed when it comes to Monday night. 1-18 ATS in Monday Night Football home game since 1998. I think the Bears have some good mojo here. Coming into this, I think at the very least they can cover the back door. So yeah, give me the Bears plus 4.5. I think they make this a game.
Yeah. No, disagree. I'm going to take my medicine on the Commanders too. This is a great matchup for Washington. I understand. You're not
going to take your medicine on Chicago?
No, I'm still going to fade Chicago.
Okay.
I still watch a guy who can't do a halftime interview. He's a complete weirdo. I don't know if the early bye was good, and I think Washington's going to run the ball all over this team. Terry McLaurin not going to be back. I don't think, but I'm still going to lay it. I think this Chicago team's horrible, and that the fact that they got that the last thing you saw was them winning a game against the Raiders. No, very fugazi.
Yeah. So give me Chicago +4.5. Kramer. Washington -4.5.
Gross.
Time for the lock, dog, and tease presented by MyBookie.ag. Promo code SGPN. Kramer, do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
Well, you went first last week, correct?
Yep.
I think we keep rolling with that.
Okay. Lock number 1. Give me the Denver Broncos laying 7 points. Lock number 2. Give me the Los Angeles Chargers laying 4 points.
I didn't see that coming.
Lock number 3. Cardinals suck. Give me the Indianapolis Colts laying 6.5. For my dog, give me the Atlanta Falcons on the money line +190. For my tease, interesting tease week indeed. Give me Pittsburgh to a pick essentially +0.5 there. Give me the Eagles down to 1.5 against the G-men. And what do I want to do here? There's not.
It's not the best tease week.
There's not the obvious Wong teasers. But yeah, give me. I'll tease through 0. Give me KC +3.5.
Whoa.
Ryan. What do you got?
Teasing through 0, and then
yes.
And I'm supposed to throw out my locks right after that. All right. I think I have to. Let's see here. Give me the. I'm definitely locking up the Jags. You can just put that on the board right now. I'm also going to lock up the. I'm tempted to take the close your eyes special. It's so gross this week, though. I don't know. Let me lock up the Bucks while I think about it.
Lock up the Bucks -3. Okay.
Lock. Yeah. Give me the Bucks. Give me the Jags. My of course my Super Bowl matchup. Give me. I don't think I can do it. Yeah. You know what? Fuck it. Give me the close your eyes special. Give me the Ravens +7.5.
Wow. Okay.
I should be locking up the close your eyes special every week. I end up playing it.
Moneyline dog, right?
Moneyline dog. Give me the Panthers.
Carolina, and they are what +150 on the money line.
+150.
Your tease
+145 on the money line. For the tease, I think we're gonna bring. Ooh man, there is a lot of gross here. We'll go Denver -1. We're gonna tease the London game, which is usually not advisable. We're gonna get the Saints. No, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna get the Packers down to 8.5. And then, why not? Give me the Steelers +0.5.
Okay.
Don't need to overthink that.
For circa million, what are we doing here? You want to play your 3 locks? What's our consensus play? What are the 2 you want to play?
Bucks and Jags.
Bucks -3, Jags -1.5. I definitely want to play Denver -7, Indy -6.5. And then do we want to put Baltimore in there? Are you on board with the Chargers?
Yeah, either one. Close your eyes special is fine. Chargers is fine. Chargers are a little banged up.
All right. What do you want to do?
Yeah, throw Ravens in there.
All right. Baltimore +7.5. So we got Tampa Bay -3, Jags -1.5, Denver -7, Indy -6.5, Baltimore +7.5. Good times as always. Toss us a nice rating and review, answering all your comments over on Spotify. And of course, as always,
thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, second the money green. He's Ryan.
I was just looking at a chat with a mutual friend. I think I might be against every single pick of his.
Kramer, let it ride. You got the point spread, son?